As of today, Saturday the 8th of August, 2026, Bitcoin is trading near $65,000. On the surface, it looks like a calm weekend. But behind the price chart, an active exploit is silently draining Lightning Network nodes belonging to merchants, and it has already hit a well-known hardware wallet maker and a Bitcoin zine. Attackers are sweeping funds from Lightning channels right now. The breach does not touch the Bitcoin blockchain itself, but it exposes a nerve-wracking truth about our payment infrastructure. When the price holds steady while the pipes leak, what does that tell us about where the real risks sit? The attack targets BTCPay Server, the popular open-source payment processor used by merchants who accept Bitcoin, including on-chain and Lightning payments. A newly revealed vulnerability allows attackers to reach the credential files of LND, the Lightning Network daemon. Those files, called macaroons, are like keys to the Lightning wallet. Once stolen, they let an attacker control the node, open channels, and worst of all, sweep all your funds. BTCPay Server issued an urgent notice telling users running LND to update immediately or take their server offline. But here is the catch: patching closes the door for future break-ins, it does not revoke credentials already stolen. If an attacker already has your macaroon file, they still have access until you manually rotate those credentials. This is not a hack of Bitcoin's core protocol. On-chain BTCPay deployments are unaffected. Yet this distinction hardly comforts merchants watching their Lightning balances vanish. This is not an isolated incident. Several outlets describe it as Bitcoin's exploit week worsening. Earlier infrastructure hacks had already rattled confidence. Now the focus shifts to Lightning, the very layer meant to make Bitcoin usable for everyday payments. Reports confirm that Foundation, a hardware wallet brand, and a Bitcoin publication were directly hit. The scale of losses is still emerging, but the speed of exploitation shows just how fast attackers move once a vulnerability becomes public. Yet look at the Bitcoin spot price. It drifted higher towards $65,000 on Saturday. The market appears to be pricing these infrastructure failures as localized risks, not systemic threats to the whole network. That reaction, or lack of it, tells us something. Investors still believe the base layer is robust, but they may be underestimating the reputational damage to Lightning and the chilling effect on merchant adoption. If you run a BTCPay server with LND, you are in the crosshairs. Standard on-chain BTCPay users are safe, but the Lightning integration, often used to accept instant, low-fee payments, has become a liability overnight. The deeper issue is architectural. Many merchants run their Lightning node on the same server as their web store, putting credentials within reach of any web-facing exploit. That convenience now looks reckless. Even after applying the patch, attackers with already exfiltrated macaroon files can continue draining funds until node operators generate new credentials and revoke the old ones. For a small business handling its own tech, that is a tall order. The incident also highlights a centralization paradox within Lightning. The need for reliable uptime pushes people toward managed solutions and cloud servers, which in turn widens the attack surface. In the near term, expect two things. First, a rush of node updates and frantic credential rotations as the advisory spreads. Second, a harder conversation about whether today's Lightning network is ready for serious merchant money. This exploit does not break Bitcoin, but it chips away at the trust needed for Lightning to become mainstream. The network will survive, yet every high-profile breach makes a restaurant or an online shop think twice before adopting it. The lesson is clear. The biggest threat to Bitcoin payments is not the blockchain itself, it is the sprawling, often undersecured software layers around it. For anyone holding Bitcoin or accepting it, the week's events are a stark reminder that infrastructure security is not a one-time patch, it is a continuous, active practice. Check your node, rotate your macaroons, and take nothing for granted.